Typhoon Liam hit Naga, a city in the Philippines, last week on the 16th. This is during typhoon season, in the most common month, as you can see here. A few days before the disaster struck, the government attempted to evacuate people. Now they are distributing food to the victims and are rebuilding roads and communications. We'll now bring in some people so we can learn a bit about typhoons.
Hello, Mrs. Cunningham. Welcome to WSJR.
Thank you. Why have you asked me to come in today?
We have some questions for you about typhoons.
I think I know a little bit about those.
My first question for you is, what is the difference between a hurricane and a typhoon?
Well, it's really just a difference in the places that they occur. In the Northwest Pacific, they're called a typhoon. In the Atlantic and the Northeast Pacific, they're called a hurricane.
So, as you may know, Typhoon Liam hit the Philippines on August 16th.
Yes, that was a Category 2 typhoon.
What do you mean, Category 2?
Well, typhoons are categorized by their wind speed. A Category 1 typhoon has a wind speed that is between 74 and 95 miles an hour. Category 2, wind speeds are a little higher, 96 to 110 miles an hour. Category 3, wind speeds range from 111 to 129 miles an hour. Category 4, wind speeds are between 130 and 156 miles an hour. And Category 5 typhoons, which are rare, wind speeds exceed 157 miles an hour.
So, how do these form?
Well, they form over the water, and the water has to be at least 80 degrees Fahrenheit, and the air needs to be relatively moist. They start off as tropical thunderstorms, and the strong winds pull in moisture from the oceans. Then the thunderstorms convert the moisture into heat. After that, the heat causes air to flow into the center of the storm, causing evaporation. Finally, all the heat and air flow toward the eye, creating the typhoon.
So, after these typhoons form, how does its path change?
Well, the path is influenced by the trade winds, which are produced by strong high-pressure areas, also known as anticyclones. They surround a tropical cyclone and carry it along, kind of like a cork floating in a stream.
How does Typhoon Liam compare to past typhoons?
Well, it's weaker than Typhoon Ramazan, which was a Category 3 typhoon that hit on July 15, 2014. Ramazan killed 195 people and caused $41.5 million of damage. It's much weaker than Typhoon Haiyan, which was one of those rare Category 5 super typhoons. When it struck on November 2, 2013, it killed 6,340 people and caused $2.86 billion in damage. Comparing it to a Category 2 typhoon, we have Typhoon Haiyan, which occurred on September 29, 2013. It killed 12 people and caused $10.4 billion in damage.
Thank you. We'll now go to Jonathan.
Hello, Governor Lewis.
Hello, Jonathan.
Can you give us an update of what the situation is with Typhoon Liam?
I'd love to.
Do you know the death toll of Typhoon Liam?
The death toll right now is around 115 people, and 23 are still missing.
Do you know the causes of death?
A matter of fact, I do. About 78 drowned in the water, and around 37 people were either crushed under collapsed buildings or struck by flying debris.
Well, besides that, do you know how much it will cost to repair the damage caused by Typhoon Liam?
Well, the estimated cost is around $3.5 million. If it was a much bigger city, then it would probably be more. But Naga is a small city. The Red Cross or other foundations would provide a place to stay, cash grants, clean water, finding missing and loved ones, food, volunteers, and supporting children.
Do you know when Naga will be fully recovered?
Well, the government's estimate is around 9 months.
Why so long?
Well, because of large evacuations or rebuilding things like roads and communications. But before all that, we have to distribute food and water and medications. Because of the damaged hospitals and firehouses, we have sent in firemen and medics to help people. Of course, we will aid people first, then we will try to restore the supplies, and first aid are all provided by the government and other first responders. I and other government officials have already decided where the citizens can go for safety. We have set temporary schools and housings. We need to restore the town enough for living purposes before the community can come back to live.
Well, that makes sense. Anyways, that's all the time we have. Thank you, Governor.
Thank you, John.
There's many different organizations that assist people during a disaster such as a typhoon. One of them is Caritas, and one of its largest operations in years. Caritas International is helping over 800,000 people who lost homes, loved ones, and livelihoods during Typhoon Haiyan in 2013. UNICEF is another good organization. It has given kids backpacks for schools and provided children and families with desperately needed water, health care, and nutrition. In advance of Typhoon Haiyan, UNICEF pre-positioned emergency supplies, including water and hygiene kits, water purification units, school tents, medical supplies, and generators, and is now dispatching aid to the hardest-hit areas, helping to reopen schools, fighting malnutrition, and working to repair homes.
Okay. We have learned that although a typhoon may only last for a few days, the damage caused by the storm can last much longer. This idea of rebuilding got us thinking about Minecraft. We know that lots of kids play Minecraft, but they may not know much about typhoons. We want to create a Minecraft world that can show you what you need to do to be prepared for a typhoon, the damage it may cause, and what it's like to rebuild after all that damage.
Minecraft is a sandbox building game. Sandbox means you can build anything, and there's lots of blocks which make up Minecraft.
In our Minecraft world, we will virtually show you the 5 stages of a typhoon. Check it out.